The Dallas FBI has arrested more people connected to the January 6 U.S. Capitol riot than any other field office.
Treason! Treason!
Devices seized containing photo and message evidence are analyzed and stored at the Regional Computer Forensics Lab, or RCFL for short.
The vast majority of all law enforcement cases involve some piece of digital, a device of some kind that has digital evidence on it.
Matthew DeSarno leads the Dallas FBI and Tuesday gave a rare look inside the RCFL where investigators pulled digital data off devices.
The volume of data is very high and the level of encryption continues to get better. And it is a bit of a cat and mouse game.
The lab works on cases like the downtown federal courthouse shooting and partners with police departments on homicide cases. In one room, a computer program works non-stop to crack phones. Some open instantly, the longest has been here 3 years. Investigators can also repair damaged phones and manually pull out data. This week, ransomware, where files are locked and held for ransom, made headlines when Colonial Pipeline became a victim, causing a gas shortage.
Significant problem right now. I call it a ransomware pandemic. Not only have the number of incidents increased, but the ransom demands have increased.
$350 million was paid out for ransomware attacks last year. That's more than double the $144 million from the previous 6 years combined. With technology and data part of every aspect of life, it's also connected to nearly every crime.
We have good job security because we got a lot of work to do.
In Dallas, I'm William Joy.